I think the finance, especially the more sophisticated financial innovation, is very good at preying on the unsophisticated component. And if people are not fully aware of what's going on, competition and markets don't work particularly well. And I think that that's a bit of a problem.
So usually in those situations, my response is, well, okay, so they're complicated, and people will find mechanisms for getting information. So I don't know much about cars. So what do I rely on? I rely on brand names. Obviously, that's one way, which means it's costly for a firm to abuse me if it makes a bad, poorly made car. But I don't just rely on that. I rely on friends who are more informed than I am. I might look at magazines and stories that are written about the cars to get some better idea of what they're about. I can drive it around, of course, which is some information, but not great information, of course. Doesn't tell you a lot about what's going on under the hood. So usually in these situations, we get information from all kinds of places, and the competitive marketplace provides them. Now, you could say the same thing's going on in finance. Oh, sure, they're complicated and people are poorly informed, but that's why they get a broker, they go to a website, they get advice from friends, and yet it doesn't seem to work quite as well. Why?
First of all, it takes a long time to figure out that you have made a big mistake in the pension fund. And by the time you figure
Sometimes,
it out, too late.
Yeah.
And second, the level of noise is very high. In a sense, you invest in the stock market just before September 2008. In principle, that's the right strategy. In practice, you see your wealth drop 50% in a few weeks or months, and you think that the person advising you is an idiot because he told you that. And vice versa, if there is an immediate rise in the stock market, you think that person is a genius. And of course, is neither a genius nor an idiot. In that case, was just bad or good luck. So separating luck from true performance takes a long time and a lot of sophistication. So the reputation doesn't work as fast and as well. And it does work because we have seen that in the early 70s, financial economists started to say that the best way to invest is through index funds. And slowly, index funds gain an enormous market share. From nothing, they gain an enormous market share in the U.S. So there is learning going on. It just takes a long time. And in the meantime, the problem is not only that some people get duped. The problem is that there are a lot of resources that are spent trying to do people better rather than trying to innovate in the right direction. Correct. I think that is the thing that worries me the most.